Hey y'all, I'm going to be doing a Q&A / story time about me and Derrick. And I have the questions right here. I had screenshotted them because I know I wouldn't be able to do the video the next day. So I'm doing it now. So I'm going to just delete them as I go because I don't want to get the questions mixed up. But yeah, somebody's question is just how everything started. Okay, it was one day he got off from school and he was feeling like really weak and he couldn't get up. Like, he couldn't get up for school at all. So they took him to the hospital. When they took him to the hospital, they had the doctors, they ran tests and everything, and then they said he had a tumor on his brain. And my sister, she had FaceTimed me because I was in Georgia. Like, I had moved to Georgia, like when I had like kind of finished high school. I had moved to Georgia, and my mama, she was in Jamaica on a trip, so that made it even worse. So that messed up my mama whole trip. Like, she was in Jamaica trying to have fun and stuff, and then she found out about that. She automatically came back. I went to go visit him and like spend time with him and stuff. So yeah, and I actually moved back down to Miami for a little while. Like, I moved there for some months to be with Derrick and spend time with him and stuff like that. But yeah, they did brain surgery on him, and I don't know exactly what the brain surgery was for because I didn't want to know like everything because like how I am, like it was just so much stuff going on, y'all. I've been through so much with this situation, and it's just like, it's life, man. But I have another question. I want to know if Derrick was the best person in the world to you. Of course he was. Of course he was. Somebody said rate your bond. Our bond is great. Like before he even had this, our bond was like this. So rate, I guess I rate it a 10, of course. Someone said, how did he pass? He passed away from the tumors in his brain. Like, he actually had 2 tumors. Yeah, he had a DIPG brain tumor on his brain, and it's like it was no cure for it. So that right there alone just had me down. Like, I was just thinking the worst, like, oh my gosh, like, what if he died? I can't do this without him and stuff like that. I was just, like, my sister told me, I was just going crazy. Like, I was crying all day. I was so depressed. I didn't know what to do. It was just so crazy. And the thing is, like, about Derrick, I promise you, I'm not just saying this because he's my brother. He was a fighter. He did not once complain, like, about his situation. Like, it was just, man, I swear, him, like, anything I do, what I do, he basically changed me. Like, he changed me for the better. Like, certain things about me changed. Like, my mindset, everything. Like, I just want better. I just want to live life, you know, because you only have one life to live. So it's like, I just want better, you know. Yes, somebody said, what was your favorite thing to eat together? Our favorite thing was everything. Me and him, we eat a lot. Like, me and him love eating. Like, we eat everything, you feel me? It said, what age did he get the disease? He was 8 years old, and I wouldn't call it a disease. I just say he got cancer because that's what he got. He had a brain tumor on his brain, and they actually had got him into St. Jude Hospital. So he was up there for some months, and then he was gonna be doing like a trial. He was gonna, it was something with a trial he was gonna be doing, and he was doing chemo. I think it was chemo he was doing, and that ended up making him get another tumor in his brain. So then he wasn't fit for the trial no more because he had 2 tumors. So they sent him back to Miami, and they basically, it was like it was nothing they could do for him. So we end up being at the house. He was at the hospital too, but he actually went to the hospital because his stomach was hurting. Like we was at the hospital one day we was at a hospital, and he was like complaining about his stomach hurting. He couldn't talk, but he would rub his stomach and like he'd like kind of cry. So yeah, his stomach was hurting, and the doctors, they didn't do nothing. Like, they just basically, we was there for hours, and they just sent us home. So we went back to the house, and then the next day he wasn't feeling good at all. So we took him back to the hospital. He ended up having to get surgery. It was just so much. Like, we've been through a lot with him. Like, he been through a lot. How did he feel about his diagnosis, and how did y'all tell him? At first we didn't tell him. At first. Like they would tell us not to cry in front of him or none of that. So we didn't tell him at first, but eventually, like, he's smart. Like, he caught on. Like, you know, when the doctors will talk to like your parents or something, like, he would listen and stuff. He would know, you know. So yeah. First thing you did and said when you found out he passed. I actually was there when they put the plug, and all I did was cry. Like, that right there, I wouldn't wish that on anybody at all. Like, it was just like I was laying in the bed with him as they put a plug, and he stopped breathing, his heart stopped, and everything stopped. And it's like, wow, I was crying. I was just crying all day. And then when we had to leave the hospital, I couldn't do it. Like, I was crying. Like, I was crying so bad because it's like, dang, we have to leave him at the hospital, you know? Like he was already, you know, he was dead, but we had to leave him. Like, it was just having to leave him there. That sucks, you know? But, you know, life. It said why, or say when y'all would talk to him, why couldn't he respond? Sorry for your BTW. Oh, sorry. I guess you probably meant lost. But he couldn't talk because he had 6 seizures back to back, and ever since then he couldn't talk no more. Like, I'm telling y'all, he went through a lot. Somebody said the dream you had. Yeah, I had a dream. He was in my dream, but it was nothing like we was not like talking nothing. It was just, he was in my dream. It was like him when he was like a little younger. So yeah. Was y'all bond close before, or did it get close during that time? Or y'all been had a bond? We been had a bond. Like, ever since he was born. Like, that was my baby. Like, I acted like I carried him. Like, my brother, like, I loved him. Like, I love babies, period. You feel me? But it just, when he was born, I was so ready for him to be born. Like, me and him been close ever since he was born. Like, our bond was just, yeah. Me and him was closer than any of my other siblings. When he first stopped responding to y'all, how did you feel? I mean, of course, it hurted me. I just had faith that God would restore everything for him. That was really keeping me up and letting me, you know, have fun, or that was just really keeping me up, you know, having faith. What was his height? I don't know what was his height, because all that time he been in the hospital. He been in the hospital for like, I know it was like over 7 months. He was in the hospital straight, laying in the bed like that. He got taller. So I don't know what's his height. He had got tall. Has he ever told you guys that he's hurting? Yes, he did. What age was he when he passed? And sorry for your loss. He was 10 years old. I answered that. What was his favorite color? By the way, sorry for your loss. His favorite color was blue. How are y'all dealing with Derrick's death? Honestly, to tell you the truth, it don't feel real. Honestly, I know, and it's been a month. It's been a month he been gone. Yeah, I think it's been a month, and it still don't feel real. It don't. Like, I miss him a lot. Like, my heart, like, every time I think about him, I just get this pain in my stomach and in my heart. And it just, I miss him a lot. I do, but it still don't feel real to me. It don't. But I don't know how can I say I'm dealing with it, because, I mean, I cry every now and then, but honestly, it don't feel real to me. It don't feel real. So I guess I have to let you answer that question a little later, because I don't think it hit me yet, because it still don't feel real to me. Are you the oldest sibling? Yes, I am. I answered that. What did he write on that paper that day? He was just writing food that he wanted. He had put Taco Bell. He was putting a lot of food. I was like, oh my gosh. And then the thing was, he couldn't even really eat, because they were putting, like, they had to put the feeding tube in his nose and stuff. It's just, y'all, we went through a lot. How was y'all relationship before he got diagnosed with the brain thing? Sorry, I forgot. Our relationship was the same. But before we just had, more fun and stuff. But me and him, we was always close. Like, I'd come home from school, be in my room. Then when he come home from school, he'd come right in my room and jump in my bed and mess with me. Like, that was just us. We were just close. How does it feel without him with you physically? I don't know how can I explain it, but it just, like I said, it don't feel real. But without having him not here, like physically, like without me touching him, it hurts. It hurts. But I talk to him every morning. Like you talk to God, like you pray in the morning. I talk to him every morning. So that's the best I can get right now. When you and Derrick went somewhere, did Derrick care about your girlfriend? I don't know what you mean by did he care about her, but he liked her, yes. He had to be hospitalized for so long. Honestly, I just had faith. That's what kept me up, I felt bad, but just like, I can't do nothing. I have to leave it to God. So, that's what kept me up. Even on, like, when things was getting worse, like, when he didn't open his eyes no more, when he couldn't talk, when he was just laying there, I just kept praying that God gave us a miracle. That's all I, could do. But unfortunately, he didn't. So, I guess he needed him more. How did Derrick react when he found out? Like I said, Derrick, he was strong. Like, he didn't cry in front of us. He didn't do none of that. And it's just like, seeing him like that, being so strong, I don't see how he did it. That man was strong. How did you and your family go about telling Derrick he was ill? Also sending my condolences. Like I said, he honestly, I think he heard from the doctors talking to her. Because, the doctors, they don't, I don't know. But, yeah. But when he found out, he was just being strong. He didn't cry. But what really broke me was he asking, is he going to die? And I told him no. And I told him no. But he ended up going anyways. So, yeah. How did you react when you found out you were having another brother? I'm guessing you asking, how was I when I found out that my mom was having Derrick? I was excited. Like I said, like, I love babies and stuff, so I was excited to have another little brother, and now he's gone. So I don't know how to feel about that right now. So all I'm doing right now is just talking to God. Honestly, I could say this situation, it did bring me closer to him. And I know normally sometimes people move further from him, from God, but I moved it closer because it's just like, if I don't have faith with God or anything, I don't know where I'd be right now, because it's like, just knowing Derrick in a better place and is with him, that would keep me up a little bit. But if I didn't believe in God, I don't know what I'd do, honestly. But I'm gonna stop the video here. And I don't normally like put my feelings out like that. So you guys, all right, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And y'all, Derrick always wanted to he always wanted to do YouTube. Derrick always wanted to do YouTube. I told him, because I said I talked to him every morning. I told him, I said, Derrick, me and Jay need to start a YouTube channel, and we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it for you too, okay? We're gonna do it for you, Derrick, because you wanted to do it. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel. I just felt like it was the right time. But you gotta just think, like, if you don't start now, when is the right time, So I just started. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys this. I had made this in my room on the corner. This mother chain. This, some of this stuff he brought me. Like, he brought me this chain. I had to get the chain for it, but he brought me some of this stuff. And it's the pillow that my girlfriend brought me, and that's his hair on top of the teddy bear. And it's just like, I just made this little corner for him, I just miss him so much. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to show you guys that.